Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kwadash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, and verse 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." Now, the plague that's being spoken of is the plague of fire. Right? That the only people that's going to escape this fire is the people that heard, "Come out of her, my people," and that are being taken up after hearing, "Come out of her, my people." All right. Let me go to let me see. Let me go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah. Go to the book of Isaiah. Um, Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." All right, my people. Notice the phrase "my people," right? These are the individuals that's going to be saved. Now, let's go to, let me see, Zechariah 13 and verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, It is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh is my power." All right? Those are the individuals that will be saved. All right? If you feel like you are already saved, you can walk around talking about, "Man, I'm saved and sanctified." Man, hey, how you saved from something that ain't happened yet? All right. So, let me let this video play, and I'll be right back.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are three important steps that I want you to remember. Step one, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step two, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step three, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right? You've got this.
Of the American family at home, first floor living room. Children at play, unaware of approaching disaster.
Yeah. So, what I heard when I was listening to this lady break out the three steps, was a different set of steps. Right? Step 1, bend over. Step 2, kiss your derriere. And step 3, say goodbye. Cause ain't none of that gonna save you, man. None of that gonna save you. Let's go to the scripts. Let's go to specify the plague in Revelation 18:4. All right, let's go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." Now, what is going to cause all of this consumption? Right? What would be the cause of this? Well, let's go to the book of Malachi. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1 says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." It will be the day of the Lord that will cause this. All right? Yahweh will bring judgment on the daughter of Babylon, man. All right? Let's go to the book of 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10 says, "But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise," like we just saw that mushroom cloud, right? It says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Like after that mushroom cloud exploded, then we saw all the things that were in its path burn, right? Just catch on fire. It wasn't like it was a blast of fire that came. It was just that heat that came with that explosion burned whatever was in its path, right? It says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." Right? Yahweh said the first world was destroyed by water. The second one will be by fire. And we're reading about the fire. Right? You can go into the book of Joel, chapter 2, and it expresses the same sentiments. It speaks about, the armies of the Most High stand in order and, climbing walls. All you got to do is look up missiles, ICBM missiles coming out of missile silos, and you'll see Joel 2, right? Let me see. Let me go to the book of Isaiah. The reason why I say that you are hopeless if you don't leave this place via the chariots, because that's what Revelation 18:4 is speaking about. And if you don't believe in the chariots in so-called 2022, when there's so much evidence saying that they exist, even like there are eyes that I've seen it myself. Several brothers have seen it, seen chariots, right, on more than one occasion, right, to the point to where now you got the Senate and Congress having meetings about this thing. If you don't believe, that's between you and the Lord, right? So, but anyway, so going to the book of Isaiah, if you don't receive that salvation on them chariots, that is your ass. Isaiah 13 and 19, it says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." How did Sodom and Gomorrah go out? It was through fire, right? It says, "And it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. And their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. This place is going to be turned into one gigantic desert after the Most High get through tearing this place up. First by the ICBM nuclear missiles, then by the chariots. All right, them same chariots that will be bringing salvation to the Most High's people. Now, the Most High's people that's spoken of in the book of Zechariah 13. All right. Let me see. Let me go to the book of Revelation, chapter 15, and verse 1. It says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled up the wrath of power. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire." So that sea of glass is the firmament, right? There is that thing that's on top of the earth that no one can get through, right? Scientists call it something else. I believe they call it some kind of belt. It's like a belt of radiation that nothing can pass through, right? But it says, "And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire." The reason why that sea of glass was mingled with fire is because Babylon was burning, right? And the chariots were on top of that sea of glass watching Babylon burn, right? It says, "And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of power." Those are the individuals that are entered into the chamber, close the doors, right? And for a moment, so that this thing could pass by, right? Receive the new bodies that's spoken of in 1 Corinthians, believe chapter 15, and are getting ready to come back down onto this earth and fulfill Isaiah 14, right? And Jeremiah 50, and Ezekiel 25, right? And so forth and so on. All right, but at the end of the day, man, this place is done. This place is done, You hear me? It's over with, right? On this last leg. All right, so get your spirit right. Matter of fact, I'm going to close out with this. We'll go to the book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 11. It says, "And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." It's time. All right, so with that, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Harakah Kwadash. Shalom Yashala.